and 4 from the 31. Here's Ajayi. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. This is Ajayi. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. And on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Newton on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. The Texans and Patriots met in the divisional round of the playoffs 2 years ago. The Pats won that one, but they also met in one of the better games of the regular season last year. The Pats won, but it was in pretty dramatic fashion.
How about Deshaun Watson, his second start in the NFL for the Houston Texans? He went toe-to-toe with the master himself, Tom Brady, didn't he? But in the end, you know how it always turns out, right?
Brady did his thing, found Brandon Cooks for a 36-33 win. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, hey. Hey, get right there. Get right there.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line.
Hey, hey.
Here's a give to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Go.
Here's Newton now on second down. Dumps off to Powell. Powell with a first down and more. 20! And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff to Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go, fellas. Hey, hey. Next pass.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker. Demario Davis. And now out come the Patriots. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people calling it, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go
nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Parker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Joe Mixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Gun. Hey! Gun.
3rd and 2, Newton. He completes it to Bryant. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Mixon on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Play action. It's Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and it's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
180! 180!
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And he's taken down inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Newton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Foxborough after this. New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to...
And he loses the football the second time. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing... not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Second down, here's Garoppolo. Got a man. It's the first NFL catch for Calvin Ridley. A very solid gain of 27.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They run with Ajayi. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Play action. Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. This is caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Newton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Off play action. Newton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Tyler Eifert, he's at the 30. Still staying on. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Eifert, 70 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey!
Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Newton to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey!
It's Mixon on the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
On the ball. Let's rock now. Hey! We got four down. Hey! Motion. Gun.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Steps away to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
To Ajayi to begin the drive. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Now he'll escape. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Newton now to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run. This is Powell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Again, it's Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And here comes the Texans now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a safety run. Parker there to make the tackle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Darren Lee picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton out left. He's got it to Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Dante Fowler in on the stop. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice.
It's still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. To throw on 2nd down. Newton, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. Check nickel. Switch.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Again, it's Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. New England on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Mixon with it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Patriots, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.